Today I will discuss about the lab investigations, diagnosis of tumor or cancer. In the last few lectures I have discussed about the introductory class of the tumors, classification of the tumors, then definition of the tumor, benign and malignant tumors, difference between benign and malignant, nuclear criteria and cytoplasmic criteria, then difference between the carcinoma and sarcoma. Then after that I had discussed about etiology of the tumors. Then after that I have discussed about the molecular pathogenesis of the tumor. Then after that I have discussed about the spread of the tumors, staging and grading of the tumors, immunology of the tumors, and effects of the tumor. Today is the fifth class and last class, laboratory investigations or diagnosis of tumors or cancers. The pathological procedures that are used to diagnose tumors are: first, immediate frozen sections of the tissue removed from the patient body or during surgery. Immediate frozen sections of the tissue removed during surgery. The tissue is freezed. It is made thin sections with the help of freezing microtome or cryostat, and the freezing material is liquid nitrogen or carbon dioxide. So by using freezing microtome, thin sections are cut and it is stained in less than 3 minutes, and the diagnosis is done and given to surgeons for radical or restricted removal of the tumor, for taking decision of surgery to be taken for the tumors. If it is benign tumor, it is removed locally, and if it is malignant, how far the spread of the tumor is there and how far it is differentiated or undifferentiated. So immediate frozen section of the tissue removed during surgery, and the tissue is freezed with the help of freezed and by liquid nitrogen, and it is cut into thin sections with the help of freezing microtome or by cryostat, and it is stained in less than 3 minutes. Then second is biopsy or routine histopathological examination of the tissue, conventional tissue processing and use of hematoxylin eosin method. Conventional tissue processing, biopsy of the tissue and histopathological examination of the tissue. Biopsy is any material or tissues removed from patient's body and subjected to pathologist for its diagnosis. Biopsy is a bit of tissue removed from patient's body and subjected to pathologist for microscopic examination. The biopsy may be needle biopsy, like needle aspiration biopsy also called needle aspiration biopsy, which nowadays come into vogue extensively, where it is called cytology, diagnostic cytology. So needle biopsy, then incisional biopsy, the tissue is, a piece of the tissue is cut and biopsy is taken for after giving incision, that is incisional biopsy. The third is excisional biopsy, that is entire tissue is removed and subjected to sent to histopathological examination, sent to laboratory for histopathological examination, for routine processing and usually conventional hematoxylin eosin staining. There are various stains. Usually hematoxylin stain is used. There for carbohydrate it is Pass stain. For the collagen it is your Mason's trichome. Reticulin it is silver nitrate stain. So these are the various stems of the biopsy specimen. Routinely, hematoxylin eosin stain is done. Then fourth is cytology, that is needle aspiration. The cytology may be exfoliative cytology or interventional cytology by some interventions. Exfoliated cells, cancer cells are loose and dropped in the respective cavity or excreta or secreta. Like in cancer cervix, cervical smear is taken for exfoliative cytology. Very much important for the screening of the cancer up to the age of 45 years in case of females. Then sputum is taken for exfoliative cytology for bronchogenic carcinoma, or gastric lavage or bronchoalveolar lavage is taken, or gastric aspiration is taken for exfoliative cytology in case of gastric carcinoma. Similarly, a stool examination is for colorectal carcinoma, or urine examination for urinary bladder examination. So these are the exfoliated cells, that is fallout cells from the cancers, because due to contact inhibition, loss of contact inhibition, the cancer cells are loose and drops into the corresponding respective sites. So the cells are taken from those sites and examined, which is called exfoliative cytology. The interventional cytology needs some interventions, like your fine needle aspiration cytology, FNAC, or aspiration ABC, it is also called ABC, aspiration biopsy cytology, or imprint cytology. The tissue is, or a bit of tissue is pressed to the glass slide, and imprint is taken and stained. So it is called imprint cytology. Then cross smear cytology and biopsy sediment cytology. Cross smear cytology, so the interventional cytology, exfoliative cytology, interventional cytology. Interventional cytology most commonly used are your fine needle aspiration cytology or aspiration biopsy cytology, ABC. Or second is your imprint cytology, third is your cross smear cytology, and fourth is biopsy sediment cytology. Then immunohistochemistry. Immunohistochemistry uses monoclonal antibodies against antigens in tissue that can be identified as color change in the tissue. Immunohistochemistry. Various immunohistochemical stains are used for identifying the tumors and its differentiation or non-differentiations. So the nuclear, in the conventional biopsy or histopathological examination, the attention is focused on nuclear criteria of malignancy and cytoplasmic criteria. The important is nuclear criteria. It has been taken from Hersmont textbook of pathology. In the last chapter, diagnostic cytology, it is written as nuclear criteria of malignancy. The nuclear size usually larger than benign nuclei, and there is variation in the size. Also, so anisocytosis, variation in the cell is called pleomorphism. So this is the important character of the malignant cells, pleomorphism, variation in size and shape. And nuclear size, it is anisocytosis, and nuclear shape variation also occurs. The nuclear cytoplasmic ratio is increased. Due to continuous DNA synthesis, nucleus is enlarged, and nuclear cytoplasmic ratio is increased in cancer. Then nuclear membrane, irregular thickening, angulation and indentations are there in the nuclear membrane. This angulation on the nuclear membrane we take into account in reporting cytological preparations and histological also. Then nuclear chromatin, it is hyperchromatic nucleus, hyperchromatic, which is less significant. Irregular angulated chromatin clumping is more important, and parachromatin clearing is more important in cancer. Parachromatin there is no stain or very feeble stain of the various spindles. For mitotic cells in mitosis, there is a spindle formation, and in the increased mitosis, there is increased spindle formation, and it is very feeble stained or no staining of the spindle fiber occurs, which is important criteria of malignancy and is called parachromatin. The nucleoli are increased in size and number, and angular outlines of the nucleoli are important. The number of nuclei, multinucleation, then mitosis is increased and mitosis is abnormal. Abnormal mitosis may be in the form of tripolar mitosis, quadripolar mitosis, then asymmetrical mitosis, abortive mitosis. This is the tissue. This is the tissue showing your squamous cell carcinoma. Cell nest is there, abnormal cancer cells are there, they are hyperchromatic nuclei, cell size, there is variation in cell size and shape. There is variation, some cells are small, some cells are large, some cells shape is like this. So there is variation in shape, and hyperchromatic nuclei is there, the nuclear prominence, and in the squamous cell carcinoma there is formation of keratin pearl. Keratin material formed by neoplastic cells. So it is also called cell nest or epithelial pearl or keratin. So epithelial pearl or cell nest is important of squamous cell carcinoma. Differentiated type. Here it is fibrosarcoma. The fibroblasts are increased, abnormal, malignant fibroblasts are increased. Hyperchromatic nuclei are there in the fibroblasts or like this, and variation in the size and hyperchromatic nuclei. So this is the mesenchymal tumor, fibrosarcoma. Then exfoliative cytology. In the exfoliative cytology or exfoliative cytology of the cervical smear, this is superficial cells, the basal cells. The exfoliated cells are divided into basal cell, parabasal cells, intermediate cells, and superficial cells. Intermediate cells are also called navicular cells or boat-shaped cells. So this is in exfoliative cytology of the cervix. The basal cell is round, and as there is maturation it is elongated. The nucleus is also elongated, not round. Here it is navicular cells or intermediate cells. The cell size is increased and the nucleus size is decreasing gradually, and it is navicular cells or intermediate cells, and here it is superficial cells. It is eosinophilic in appearance. Basal cells are basophilic, deeply basophilic in appearance, and it is cyanophilic or greenish blue in appearance, and here it is superficial cell is eosinophilic in appearance. Then common histochemical and cytochemical stains. Common histochemical or cytochemical stains used from time to time, like in leukemia and cancer cells of the blood. We see whether it is myeloid or lymphoid. Myeloperoxidase stain is done. Sudan B black stain is done. Then acid phosphatase, alkaline phosphatase are done in various cancers. Basement membrane, for basement membrane periodic acid, sheaf periodic acid is done, staining is done, reticulin silver nitrate is done, Van Giesen stain is done, and Mason's trichome stain is used for collagen fibers. Then glycogen fibers pass with diastase loss. Then glycoprotein, there is pass with diastase persistence. Acid mucin, Alcian blue, and mucin in general combined Alcian blue with pass stain is used. Then cross striations, phosphotungstenic acid, hematoxylin stain. This phosphotungstenic acid, hematoxylin stain is used for cross striations or fibrin stain. It is used for fibrin staining also. Then enzyme I have told you, nuclear organization region stain is used for by colloidal silver stain. So this is about the various histochemical stains. Then immunohistochemical cells, that is immunological, that is anti-monoclonal antibodies is used to identify tumor cells or cancerous cells. Like for epithelial structure, epithelial membrane antigen is used, or pan-creatinine like high molecular creatinine or low molecular creatinine is used. pancreatin. Then epithelial membrane antigen is a marker of epithelial tumor. Then carcinoembryonic antigen is a marker of epithelial tumor, particularly adenocarcinoma of the stomach or colorectal tumors. Then neuron-specific analogy is also epithelial tumor markers. Then mesenchymal tumor marker or sarcoma, the markers, immunohistochemical markers are vimentin, desmin, muscle-specific protein, myoglobin, alpha-1 anti-chymotrypsin, factor 8 for vascular tumors, and CD34 for endothelial markers. Then specific groups like for melanoma, HMB45 or S100 is used, or vimentin. For lymphoma, CD45 or leukocyte common antigen, then PAN-B CD20 or PAN-T CD3 or CD15. For Reed-Sternberg cell, CD45 and CD30 is used for Reed-Sternberg cells in case of Hodgkin's disease. Then neural endocrine organ, neurofilaments, neuron-specific analysis, then glial fibrillary acid protein is used in case of gliomas like astrocytoma, ependymoma. Glial fibrillary acidic protein is a marker for glial tumors like glioma and ependymoma, astrocytoma also. Then chromogranin for neuroendocrine tumors, and synaptophycins also used for neuroendocrine tumors. So these are the various immunohistochemical markers for identification of epithelial tumor, mesenchymal tumors, melanoma, lymphoma, and neuroendocrine tumors. Here it is, the common membrane staining by leukocyte common antigen. Membrane staining, membrane is stained. This is immunohistochemical stain for common leukocyte antigen, or CD45 in leukemia. Cytoplasmic stain for a smooth muscle antigen. Cytoplasmic, this is cytoplasmic stain, immunohistochemical stain for a smooth muscle antigens. Then nuclear stain like estrogen receptor positive in breast cancers, and nuclear stain progesterone receptors, nuclear staining progesterone receptor stain for nuclear material in case of your breast carcinoma. Then DNA probes. What is a probe? Probe is also used in surgery. A small stainless steel with a curved end and a spoon-shaped DA. The probe is any searching device for examination or investigation in order to get information and exploration. Probe is a searching device for examination or investigation in order to get information and exploration. Molecular probe is a sequence of DNA used to identify a complementary sequence. Molecular probe is a sequence of DNA used to identify complementary sequence. Types of molecular weight, types of molecular probe are of different source and size are genomic probe, complementary DNA probe, then oligonucleotide probe, then ribo probe, then radioactive level probe like phosphorus 52 or iodine 125, or non-radioactive level probe like biotin and deoxygenin. Usually in molecular pathology, your genomic probe, complementary DNA probe or ribo probe is used. Then ultrastructural examination of the tumor cells by electron microscopy. Ultrastructural examination of the tumor cells by electron microscopy gives selective role in diagnostic pathology. Few general features of malignant tumors by electron microscopy are to be noticed are cell junctions, their presence and type, cell surface, presence of microvilli, cell shape and cytoplasmic extension, shape of the nucleus, features of nuclear membrane, nucleoli, their size and density, cytoplasmic organelles, their number is generally reduced, like mitochondria is reduced, cytoplasmic mitochondria is reduced, free ribosomes is increased, but bound ribosomes are decreased in endoplasmic reticulum, and endoplasmic reticulum is decreased. So cytoplasmic organelles in general are reduced, dense bodies in the cytoplasm, any other secretory product in the cytoplasm, as for example melanosomes in melanoma and membrane-bound granules in endocrine tumors. Then electron microscopy is used in identifying following tumors, like epithelial tumors, tonofilament is seen. Angiosarcoma, demonstration of Weibel Palade bodies. Weibel Palade bodies are secretory granules in the endothelium of blood vessels and heart. Endothelial lining of the heart and blood vessels. Weibel Palade bodies are secretory granules present in the endothelium of the blood vessels and endothelium of the heart. They secrete selectin P and von Willebrand factor. Weibel Palade bodies secrete selectin P and von Willebrand factors. So a small cell carcinoma of the lung and neuroblastoma and carcinoid tumors, neurosecretory granules are seen. Then rhabdomyosarcoma, thick or thin myofilaments are seen in histiocytosis X, that is malignant histiocytic tumors. Birbeck granules in Langerhans cells histiocytes is seen. Birbeck granules, it is present in your mast cells also. Then fluorescent microscopy. After electron microscopy, fluorescent microscopy. Diacridine orange is used. Diacridine orange is used, gives polychromatic picture and differentiates DNA of the nucleus from RNA of the cytoplasm. The malignant cells stain red or orange from the malignant cell of the nucleus, and normal cells stain yellow or green. Drugs, tetracycline concentrate more in the cancer. So tetracycline fluorescence is seen in case of your diagnosis of malignancy. Or drug tetracycline concentrate more in the cancer cells, and a small pinpoint of yellow fluorescence is evidence of cancer in 50% cases. Thus, cytoplasmic RNA is an early feature of malignancy. Useful in uterine cancer, GIT cancer, respiratory tract, respiratory tumors, and urogenital cancer, especially sputum and bronchial secretions. Then, use of fluorescent microscopy, visualize and localize individual protein within a cell. Two cytoskeleton elements are examined, actins and microtubules in the cytoskeletons. Test the effects of different drugs on cytoskeleton, say TPA, PMA, or latrunculin, or Taxol and Nocodazole. Drugs are seen for testing. Then histochemical stains. The histochemical stain, cytokeratin separates carcinoma from which is positive from malignant lymphoma which is negative, and mesothelioma which is positive from adenocarcinoma which is negative. Cytokeratin. S100 positive in malignant melanoma and neuroblastoma. Factor 8 related antigen positive in vascular tumors. Then carcinoembryonic antigen is negative in mesothelioma, but carcinoembryonic antigen is present in adenocarcinoma of the stomach and adenocarcinoma of the colorectal tumor. Then desmin is positive in muscle sarcoma. Vimentin is also present in the sarcoma. Then southern blot assay. The southern blot assay involves extraction of DNA from the cells. Northern blot assay involves extraction of RNA from the cells, and the tumor markers like carcinoembryonic antigen, alpha-fetoprotein, pancreatic oncofetal antigen POA, then CA carbohydrate antigen CA125, CA19.9, and prostate specific antigen. Then basement membrane. The basement membrane, like periodic acid, immunohistochemical stain, basement membrane, I have told you, PAS, reticulin, von Gisson, Mason's trichome for collagen fibers. Glycogen PAS with diastase loss, glycoprotein PAS with diastase persistence, Alcian blue for acid mucin, then mucin in general combined Alcian blue with PAS, gyrophilic stain for granules, argentafin granules in carcinoid for silver stains, cross striations like fibrin for phosphotungstenic acid hematoxylin stain, enzymes like myeloperoxidase in the myeloid series of cells, myeloid leukemia is present. Acid phosphatase is prostatic acid phosphatase is present in case of pancreatic cancer. In prostatic cancer, alkaline phosphatase is on the biliary tract tumors. Nuclear organization colloidal silver stain. These are immunohistochemical, cytochemical and histochemical stains. Immunohistochemical stains, I have told you, epithelial membrane antigen, pancreatine, epithelial membrane antigen, neuron-specific analysis, carcinomembranous antigen. For mesenchymal tumor, vimentin, desmin, myoglobin, muscle-specific protein, then alpha-1 chymotrypsin, then factor 8 for vascular tumors, and CD34 for endothelial marker. Then specific granules, melanoma, HMB45 and vimentin and S100. Lymphoma, common leukocyte antigen 45 or PAN-B20, CD20, PAN-T, CD3, then CD15 and 30 for Hodgkin's cells, especially Reed Sternberg giant cells. Neural and neuroendocrine tumors, neurofilaments, non-specific, neuron-specific analogue, then glial fibrillary acidic protein for gliomas or astrocytoma and ependymoma, then chromogranin for neurosecretory granules, and cytophysin is also for neurosecretory granules. This is I have shown previously. This is membrane staining of the leukocyte common antigen. Or this is your cytoplasmic stain for smooth muscles, actin, cytoplasmic stain. Here androgen receptor positive nuclear stain. Here androgen positive. Here progesterone receptor positive nuclei for in case of breast carcinoma. Nuclei positive androgen receptor and progesterone receptor nuclei staining is done in cases of breast carcinoma. Now tumor markers. This is important. You must cram the definition. The tumor marker may be defined as a substance of varying nature, which may be tumor antigen or other tumor products such as enzymes, hormones, immunoglobulin, chromosomes, the determination of which from the blood, urine and other accessible parts of the body of the patient may help in suggestion, confirmation, prognosis or recurrence of any human neoplasm. So this is a complete definition given by Pierce. That is, tumor marker may be defined as a substance varying in nature which may be tumor antigen or other tumor products such as enzyme, hormone, immunoglobulin or chromosomes, the determination of which from the blood, urine or other accessible body fluid parts may help in suggestion, confirmation, prognosis or recurrence of any human neoplasm. The tumor markers are oncofetal antigens. This is grouped 10 types of tumor marker. Oncofetal antigens, hormones, enzymes, specific protein, cancer-associated antigens, proteins, Ca, carbohydrate, glycoprotein is there. Then other molecules, then immunoglobulins, intermediate filaments, virus, and neural markers. Then oncofetal antigens are alpha-fetoprotein. It is present in hepatoma, hepatocellular carcinoma. Carcinomembranic antigen, it is positive in adenocarcinoma of the stomach or colorectal carcinoma. Pancreatic oncofetal antigen is positive in case of pancreatic cancer. Then enzymes, prostate acid phosphatase is important marker for prostatic carcinoma. Then neuron-specific analysis for neuroblastoma and lung carcinoma. Then lactic hydrogenase for lymphoma and Ewing sarcoma, dehydrogenase. Then hormones, human chorionic gonadotropin for your trophoblastic tumors, then non-seminomatous germ cells of the testes. Calcitonin, medullary carcinoma of the thyroid, then catecholamines or vinyl mandelic acids for neuroblastoma and pheochromocytoma. Ectopic hormone productions varies in paraneoplastic syndromes. Then cancer-associated proteins, CA125, or it is also called carbohydrate antigen. Carbohydrate itself is not antigen, it is a hapten. but on combining with the protein, it becomes antigen. So also called glycoproteins. So CA125 for ovarian carcinoma, CA15.3 for breast carcinoma, CA19.9 for colon, pancreas, then CD30 for Hodgkin's disease, CD25 for hairy cell leukemia and T cell leukemia lymphoma, monoclonal immunoglobulins for multiple myeloma, M proteins, prostate specific antigen for prostatic carcinoma. This table has been taken from Harsmohan textbook of pathology. This is the Robbins. Important is, I have discussed all these are of the Harsmohan. Important here is cell-free DNA marker like tumor protein 53, APC, adenopolyposis coli, colon cancer, colorectal cancer, TP53 and RAS mutant in stool and serum, pancreatic cancer, TP53 RAS mutant in sputum and serum for lung cancer, TP53 mutant in urine for bladder cancer. So cell marker, DNA marker is additional tumor marker has been given in your this Robbins textbook of pathology. Then intermediate filaments, keratin for carcinoma, mesothelioma, hymentin, sarcoma, melanoma, lymphoma, desmin, myogenic tumor, neurofilaments, neural tumors, glial fibrillary acidic protein, GFP, glial tumors. Then tumor markers are hormones, I have told, oncofetal antigens, carcinoembryonic antigens, or alpha-40 fetoprotein. Then isoenzymes, prostate acid phosphatase and neuron-specific analyze, protein prostate-specific antigen and prostate-specific membrane antigen, PSMA membrane antigen. Glycoprotein CA125, CA19.5, CA15.3. Then molecular P53 and RAS. The same substance which can be measured in the blood can also be studied by immunohistochemical study in the tissue. So common tumor markers by site in the lung cancer, this CA125 and carcinoembryonic antigens. Liver cancer, alpha-fetoprotein. Then breast cancer, CA125. Then your human estrogen receptor and PR, that is progesterone receptor. Then in the stomach cancer, carcinoembryonic antigen. Then pancreatic cancer, POA, pancreatic oncofetal antigen is there. Then prostate cancer, PSA, prostate acid phosphatase, prostate specific antigen, and acid phosphatase is also increased, and your prostate specific membrane antigen is also increased in prostatic cancer. Then ovarian cancer, CA125 and carcinoembryonic antigen. Testicular cancers, alpha-fetoprotein and human chorionic gonadotropin is increased. Then markers of differentiation, it is given in very nice way, like your epithelial cytokeratin, epithelial membrane antigen, smooth muscles, skeletal muscle myogenin, and your mesenchymal hymentin desmin. Then your myoepithelial, your smooth muscle epithelial PS100 and P53. Then endothelial factor 8 and CD34, CD31 and D240. Then lipomatous PS100, melanocytic HMB 45 and PS100. HMB 45 and PS100 is for melanocytic tumor. This neuroendocrine, neuron-specific analyze, synaptophysin and chromogranin. Then glial fibrillary acid protein for gliomas. Then your neuronal tumor, synaptophysin, chromogranin and neurofilaments. Then nerve sheath PS100, serous acinar, chromotrypsin, trypsin, lipase and PAS. The hematopoietic CD45, histiocytic CD163 and 68. So this has been given in a very nice way. It has been presented. Then other modern methods for the pathologic diagnosis of the tumor like flow cytometry, in situ hybridization, cell proliferation analysis like mitotic count, radioautography, then microspectrophotometric analysis, then immunohistochemical proliferation marker. Proliferation marker are Ki67. Ki67 is proliferation marker. Ki67 is proliferation marker. This is proliferation marker. Then nuclear organization region, colloidal stain, silver colloidal stains. Then image analyzer and morphometry, molecular diagnostic, DNA analysis by southern blot, RNA analysis by northern blot, and polymerase chain reaction. Other modern aids, image analyzer and morphometry for morphometric study of the tumor, quantitative nuclear DNA ploidy, and quantitative evaluation of immunohistochemical stain. Then molecular stain for, I have told, DNA analysis by southern blot, RNA analysis by northern blot, and PCR, polymerase chain reaction, analysis of molecular cytogenetic abnormalities, mutational analysis, antigen receptor gene rearrangement, and a study of oncogenic virus at the molecular level, like papilloma virus in case of cancer cervix, Epstein-Barr virus in nasopharyngeal carcinoma, or your Burkitt lymphoma. DNA microanalysis, microarray analysis of the tumor. Microarray are gene detection in the cancer. Spectral karyotyping and microarray are gene detection in the cancers. So it uses gene chip technology. And allows measurement of level of expression of several thousand genes, up regulation or down regulation simultaneously. Fluorescent levels are used to code complementary DNA synthesized from messenger RNA. This is lungs mutated, KIT, then breast mutated, human androgen receptor, then prostate mutated, epidermal growth factor receptors, epithelial growth factor receptor or epidermal, then colon mutated, BRAF, that is BRAF antigen, and brain mutated phosphoinositide 3 kinase, in brain. So these are the various targeted therapies, and it is used for gene chip technology, microarray. Thousands of genes are analyzed at same time. Expression of thousands of genes are studied. Microanalysis, microRNA DNA analysis consists of expression of thousands of genes are studied. Different tissue has different pattern of gene expression. Powerful tool useful for subcategorization of the disease like lymphoma confirmation and morphologic diagnosis. Then thousands of genes identified from the tumors give the cells their own identity and fingerprint. So this is several thousands of genes are given and analyzed using silicon chip. Then major application of molecular methods are detection of minimal residual disease, genome-wide mutational analysis, personalized cancer treatment. Then nuclear criteria is important. You must cram this nuclear criteria 8. It should be on the tip of the tongue. And cytoplasmic criteria, usually acidophilic or reddish appearance of the cytoplasm is more in epithelial cancer, and cytoplasmic organelles are reduced, and inclusions are there in cytoplasmic inclusions are there. This is about the various laboratory diagnosis, and thank you. And this is the last class of the tumor diagnosis. In the first class, introductory tumor I have covered. In the second class, I have described etiology of the tumors. In the third class, molecular pathogenesis or molecular biology of the tumors. In the fourth class, I have discussed about the various staging, grading, spread of the tumor, effects of the tumor in immunology. In the fifth class, I have discussed about the laboratory diagnosis of the laboratory investigations of the various cancers or tumors. Thank you.